Welcome to the ZLearning Podcast, putting architectural, engineering, planning, and environmental consulting experts straight talk in your ear. These podcasts deliver great interviews with industry leaders and ZLearning Group's 3 decades of invaluable research, leadership, management, marketing, client, and HR advice directly to you, free of charge. The ZLearning Podcasts let you develop personally and professionally, wherever you are.
Hello, and thank you for listening to another episode of the ZLearning Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Wilburn, and I'm excited to be with you today. Well, listen, we've got a special program in store today that I want to share with you. It's not really long, like our normal 30 to 45 minute long podcast episodes, but this one really is more of an announcement and also just to kind of give you a taste of what is to come here at ZLearning Group. For the past several months, we've been working on a new online learning platform because we've heard from our clients and we've heard from so many people in the industry, technical and design professionals, that they are really looking for unadulterated, high quality, continuing education learning opportunities without a lot of fluff, but also with some personality to the content of the program. And so we've come up with a learning platform, an e-learning platform, I should say, called ZLearning. And the Z stands for ZLearning, of course, but couldn't miss an opportunity to brand the name of our company with our learning platform. But that's a story for another day, and we'll talk about marketing and branding in a future episode. But what I wanted to share with you is that we've been working on this program for several months now, and we are almost ready for a full release. And we wanted to give you a preview of what we've been working on. Just to tell you a little bit of a background on ZLearning, in the past, ZLearning Group has offered a variety of seminars and programs where we have taken subject matter experts that have worked in the design industry, have worked for ZLearning Group, and have shipped them all over the world, for that matter, to teach and educate individuals in different areas like project management, business development, marketing, financial management for AEC professionals, leadership development. We've done that all over the country, for that matter, when it comes to teaching classes. And we still do that. We have a number of events and classes that are available for you to take. You can visit online at zlearninggroup.com. But one of the things that we learned and one of the things that we have seen in terms of a shift in the way people learn and consume information is that with, the advent of the smartphone being so readily available, people are wanting to learn where and, wherever they are. So there is never an instance that you've got to wait for a specific time or for a certain class to come to your city or for some special subject matter expert to fly into your area to train you on something that you want to learn more about. You can basically open up your phone nowadays and check out really cool videos, check out really cool learning tools that will allow you to grow within your career, both on a professional and a personal level. So what we've done here with ZLearning Group's ZLearning e-learning platform, and I know that's a mouthful, but we'll just call it ZLearning for right now. We've wrapped up all of the information that we teach in any of our training programs in person, and we are taking them and creating them in bite-sized pieces for you, the design professional. So that way you can get continuing education units in 1-hour increments that will not only benefit you on a regular basis in terms of keeping your licensing credentials in order and up to date, but you will continue to advance within your career because of the professional development that our training program will offer. So, in our minds, it's never been an easier time to do what we would term relevant continuing education. We are making it as easy as possible for you to get access to some of the best courses out there. And so we're taking a lot of the latest online learning strategies. There'll be opportunities for micro learning where you can watch a short, 1 to 2 to 5 minute video that talks about a particular subject and shares that information with you. You can consume this information no matter where you are. There'll be opportunities to listen to ZLearning classes in a podcast format. But primarily these will be videos that you'll be able to watch on your phone, on your desktop computer at work, on your iPad or a tablet at home, on a train, on a plane. No matter where you go, no matter where you are, you will have in the palm of your hand some of the greatest e-learning opportunities in the design industry taught by Zweig Group experts. One of the differences between what Zweig Group offers from a training standpoint and a lot of other firms is that we don't bring in a bunch of contract labor to do our training. We bring in people that work with us, that work with our clients, that are day in, day out, have experiences with a variety of the firms that we serve. And we think that it's important that these individuals be the subject matter experts because they're in the trenches on a regular basis. And so we are really excited to kind of roll this out so that everybody can get the best practices that are available to them, the necessary tools that they need to do their job more effectively, and just overall to help them out. And one special thing that we are offering with ZLearning that you don't normally find is that we're going to be also covering soft skills. ZLearning will be for everyone. Even if you are not a licensed engineer or licensed architect, there are going to be ZLearning classes that you're going to want to take because they're going to help you do your job better. They're going to help you be a better person. Our goal is to really provide some high quality content that will not only knock your socks off, but will change you, effectively change you. So it's not that you have to check off a box and say, oh, well, I took that class and so I'm good for this credential. Excuse me. We know that's important, but we want to focus on the whole individual. And so I think you're going to see something different in the ZLearning offerings that we have here at Zweig Group, and really going to encourage you to take a closer look at them and, let us know what you think about it. So, again, it doesn't matter what you're facing right now, whether you need to tighten up your project management skills, you want to figure out or demystify the financial management process because you're not a financial person, but you're a great designer. Whether you want to become a better leader, whether you want to develop and sell more business for your firm, whether you want to learn how to properly market your firm and projects effectively, or if you just, like I said before, want to brush up on some soft skills, ZLearning has got you covered. So there are going to be a ton of programs out there available for you to take part in. And we really look forward to just seeing what you think about them and getting your feedback. And the beauty of this is that we're going to be creating a whole book of videos for individuals to take part in, and you'll be able to get them online. And the way the system is going to work, and we've actually rolled out our first one, which is 15 things or tips to be an effective project manager. We've already shot the video. It's really good. And today I'm going to share with you a little excerpt from that, where Mark Zweig and I are talking about why it's important to not put off till tomorrow what you can do today. But before I play that clip for you, I think this first training, it's a 1-hour video, will be really good as an overarching program for project managers, just to kind of brush up on some of the skills that they need to be employing to be successful at project management. Now, the way that we're rolling out these videos is that as we record them and as we do them, they will be made available to the public. There will be a what we call a pre-event where you can purchase these trainings for half price, essentially $49, and up to the date of release. And then on the date of release, the price will go up to the normal price. All of our ZLearning training videos will be $99, and that will be inclusive of the training video, which you will have access to for life. You'll also be able to take a quiz. It's a very short quiz, very simple quiz, but it's very related and germane to the topic at hand. And then you'll get a certification, which you'll then be able to use to show proof for whatever licensing agency you're working with for your continuing education. So real simple process. And then there'll be some other information that may be available depending on the topic that we're discussing. There may be some downloadable PDFs, but it's a little bit more encompassing than what you find with some other online e-learning offerings. So we think you're going to be pretty excited about it. But remember, every time that we announce a new topic, a new video subject that's going to come out, you have the opportunity to purchase it at half price. You never have to pay full price if you get it in advance. But even if you don't, we're going to have several offerings for firms. We're going to be doing a new Lunch and Learn program in 2018 where we are going to help firms develop and set up a university within their organization for training. And part of that will be built around this whole ZLearning platform, where HR managers will be able to take the videos that we've created and build a Lunch and Learn series around them, so that not only can you professionally develop your people, but you can also get continuing education credits at the same time. And I don't know about you, but I can't think of a better win-win to have a great Jimmy John sandwich at lunch, take a really cool class that gives you some high quality information to help you do your job better. And at the end of it, go back to your desk, take a quick quiz, get your certificate of completion, and be on your way. And that's to me is what is the beauty of these online training programs, because you don't have to wait for a subject matter expert to fly in, to get a hotel room, to meet with you and spend a whole day. That's great, and we're going to always do that. But with technology being what it is, with internet speeds being what they are, it's actually pretty cool to be able to interact with somebody online in that way. And so we're going to look forward to rolling this out to everybody and really seeing the response that we get, because we think this is going to be a fresh and updated way to deliver continuing education to technical and design professionals in the AEC design industry. It will allow you to learn at your own pace. You'll have access to a variety of training tools. And as I said earlier, there'll be a ton of micro learning strategies that we're also going to put out online for free. That's right. You heard it here first, for free. We will have snippets, or we'll take a specific area of any of our trainings and put it out as a micro learning event that you'll be able to download at any time. Or if you want to share that with some of your team members from a project and say, hey guys, this is what we need to do better. Here's what those guys at ZLearning are talking about with regard to, communication with the client, or, managing a client's expectations. And we're going to have a lot of micro learning, videos that will walk you through that. So there's going to be a ton of information flying off the shelves this year at Zweig Group when it comes to online learning and continuing education for AEC technical and design professionals. And we're excited to share this information with you. We think it's a game changer, but we'll leave that up to you to decide. But right now, without further ado, I want to share with you a clip from our first ever ZLearning training program. And again, this program is titled 15 Tips to Be an Effective Project Manager. This program rolls out live on March 15th. You can purchase the program in advance for $49 and take advantage of that special pricing. After March 15th, the price goes up to $99, which will be the normal cost of all of our ZLearning products that we put out. So, I'd love to get some feedback from you. I'd love to get some comments from you here on the show after you check this out. But I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. Here's Mark Zweig and I talking about why you should not put off till tomorrow what you can do today. I know a lot of you have heard that axiom over and over again. As a kid, I heard it all the time from my grandfather, but Mark drives the point home from a project management perspective and why it can really, really ruin your project management experience. Take a listen. So let's move on and talk a little bit about in this realm of project management. You've always suggested that you shouldn't put off until tomorrow, and I love this expression, what could be done today. What do you mean by that?
People waste so much time because they don't communicate immediately information to the project team that will affect all the work of everybody on that team. Instead, they go to a meeting, they learn something new about, hey, the requirements are changing, we're going to do something different. Then they go to lunch, then they drive back to the office, then they return all their phone calls, then they go home that night. Then the next day, maybe around 10 o'clock, they decide they're going to write a memo to everybody. Well, guess what? There could have been 20 people working over that time doing the wrong thing.
Right.
One of the most glaring examples I saw of that was a project at an AE firm where the structural engineers told me they worked all weekend long, 24 hours a day to get their portion of the job done because they thought they had a hard stop on a Monday. And it turned out the whole deadline had been pushed off by like 30 days. Nobody told them. You think those guys were happy? No. They were furious. They were so angry.
Yeah.
But I see this all the time. I'll give you a perfect example. My other business, there's a million examples, but it's like I could say, you know what? We should have put 2 shelves over the kitchen sink in those apartments. We're redoing a 20-unit apartment building. They're all the same.
Right.
Okay. We've got a blank space above the kitchen sink. I go in there to look at the first one apartment that's done and go, we should have put 2 shelves in there and fill in that blank space. They need storage. That'll be great. So I could say that to the manager of construction, send that person immediately a photo with a text, and then you know what's going to happen? That may not be communicated to the people who could be redoing the cabinets in 4 apartments today.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the painters come in. Oh, now by the time we actually put it in, geez, we can't do that because the painters are there. So now we're going to have to go back, put the thing in, then touch up all the paint ourselves instead of doing it with the painters. But that's just as a common example of what happens every day. When you learn new information, something's going to affect the job of everybody else. Boom, get it out. Don't wait for the meeting.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need to send a giant meeting minutes thing. You just get this one fact out. Hey, I'm in the middle of the meeting. I can see this is where things are going. Send it out to everybody so they know.
Yeah.
Just get it done now. We need to call somebody. We need to check up and see how such and such is doing with their portion of the job. Okay, let's call them right now. Don't mark that down on your do list for tomorrow.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be done faster, and then you're going to be a lot more efficient, and people will be doing the right thing. And your people will be a lot happier with you because everybody hates redoing.
Yeah.
Here's the truth of it. Architects, engineers, draftsmen, technicians, whatever. They're craftsmen, a lot of them. That's the mentality. They take pride in their work. Their drawings and plans and specs, whether they're on a computer or on paper, it doesn't matter. There's pride of creation there. They hate to redo. Everybody hates to redo. So the more you can communicate, the faster you can do it. If you don't have time now, what makes you think you're going to have time tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is going to be just as busy as today was. Okay. In fact, you're setting it up to be a lot worse because you're not doing today what you should have done today.
Yeah.
So what you should have got done today is going to roll into tomorrow. Then you got everything that's coming in tomorrow. Now you're going to be even less likely to be able to meet. You see what I mean?
It just adds and adds.
It just
and adds.
adds.
Yeah.
Just deal with it now.
Right.
I can't tell you, every single day I see miscommunications, hurt feelings, wasted effort because people are just so damn slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's really no excuse. I mean, the technology's there. We have email. We have our cell phones. So you have text messaging.
Greatest tool there ever was.
I mean,
honest to God. It's
without a doubt. All kinds of programs, Slack. I mean, you name it.
Phone,
there's a million different programs. Actual calls. And that's something, actually, hold on to that thought. Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a second. You're kind of moving into my next point, but just the simple idea that, don't put off till tomorrow what can be done today. And to me, this is one of the biggest takeaways from a project management standpoint. As a project manager, I don't care how long you've been in this industry, you cannot waste time, and the more efficient you are, the more an impact that you'll make with your clients. And the impact that you make with your clients, especially a positive one like that, will ensure that your firm gets return and repeat business.
That's right. I mean, the camera built into your phone, what a fantastic tool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's so many applications for that.
Yeah.
Even if it's taking a picture of a document you're reading and sending it to somebody and go, what the hell does this mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many opportunities with that phone hooked up to your camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to what we used to go through.
Oh, man.
It's you know?
Yeah. It's huge. It really is huge. Well, there you have it, folks. An excerpt from our first ever ZLearning program, 15 tips to be an effective project manager. That was Mark Zweig and I talking. That's just a snippet of what you're going to get in the hour-long course. It's really good. It's a high-quality video. We have a special studio set up. We've kind of gone to great lengths to really put something awesome together for you guys. And we certainly hope you like it. It will continue to improve. It's something that we will work on over and over again. I would suggest that by the end of the year, the videos that you see will be even better than what you see right now. But what you see right now is actually pretty good. The other fun part when doing this is we actually are creating a blooper reel too, which is kind of hilarious. Because sometimes you think you have everything under control and then, things happen in the background like train noises and people banging on windows and all kinds of stuff. Even when you soundproof a facility, it's sometimes hard to keep external noises out of a recording. And so we'll have a lot of fun with it. But more than anything, you will get educated. You will gain more knowledge. You will build a better skill set for your career. And that's ultimately our goal here at Zweig Group and at ZLearning. We want to help you be the best version of you that you can be. And, listen, we only get one shot at this. There is no encore. So let's make the best of it and let's really make some things happen. And we believe that ZLearning can be one of the tools that you can put in your tool belt that will really help you to catapult your career and as I like to use this word, really take things to another level. So I hope you will check us out at zweiggroup.com. Click on the e-learning section and check out ZLearning. It is going to be a continuing education product like no other. Thank you so much for listening to this shortened version of the Zweig Letter podcast. We've got some great upcoming episodes in store for you. I have got, and I don't want to give it away, but I've got some amazing people some amazing guests that will be joining us here on the Zweig Letter podcast. I cannot wait to share them with you. You will really enjoy these episodes. And, we're constantly going to be adding new material, new information, and new insight. And we'll also from time to time share some of what we're creating on ZLearning right here on the podcast for your own benefit. If there's something that we think is just a can't miss, we will share it with you and figure out a way to give you some snippet of the actual training session because we think it'll benefit the wider audience. Again, our goal is to keep you engaged and keep you educated, and we really appreciate our members and people that are listening to this podcast on a regular basis, that are sharing it with colleagues and coworkers and friends, because we do believe that it can make a difference. And as I always like to say, iron sharpens iron. So we're out here to sharpen you guys up and make you as great as you can be. So I'm Randy Wilburn, and you've been listening to another episode of the Zweig Letter Podcast. Thank you so much. And remember, you can always go to zweiggroup.com to get our free gift for you, which is a free gift in perpetuity. And that is a digital subscription to the Zweig Letter. That's our flagship newsletter. We've run that newsletter for over 30 years successfully. And it provides some great insight and information on a regular basis. So I really want to encourage you, visit zweiggroup.com, sign up for the Zweig Letter. You can sign up yourself. All you need is to throw in your email address. It'll start coming to you every Monday morning in digital version. If you want to sign up your whole company, I just had somebody send me an Excel spreadsheet with all of the email addresses for everybody in their company. And now all 600 of them are getting a copy of the Zweig Letter every week for free. So listen, I would really encourage you to consider that. Check us out. You can also get a free digital subscription to Civil plus Structural Engineering Magazine, which is our monthly magazine for the design industry. We have so much information available to you. Just check us out at zweiggroup.com. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pike. 2018 is going to be a great year. I know that we're already into March for this year, but there's going to be a lot of information. And even if you're listening to this in the future, it doesn't matter. Everything that I'm saying now applies then, will apply then. So, take a look and see what we have available for you. And if you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to me through the comments, online, where you'll find our show notes and all the information to contact me. Everything is readily available. But I really, really appreciate you taking the time and putting us between those two precious ears of yours and consuming what we have to offer. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week right here on the Zweig Letter Podcast. Bye for now.
Thanks for tuning in to this Zweig Letter Podcast episode. If you want more wisdom and inspiration, in addition to information about M&A, strategic planning, HR, and marketing your firm, subscribe now to the digital version of the Zweig Letter free of charge. Just visit thezweigletter.com/subscribe and leave your email address. Your free subscription will begin immediately.